Hey everybody, I'm back on a Friday because I went ahead and celebrated today. Excuse me. I celebrated today because I had a good day of record sales. I can't thank you folks enough. I'm really glad you connect with what I'm doing. So I celebrated by going ahead and making my first vinyl purchases of the year. Now, technically, my first vinyl purchase of the year was my own record, Sonospheres, because I made the final payment on that last week. So, technically, the first vinyl I bought was my own, which is kind of cool when I think about it. But today I went ahead and went out. I spotted myself. I said, I'll give myself $100. I'm celebrating. You know, it's like, okay, this is my reward. The money is not the reward. The records. But the biggest reward is the connection with the audience, with you guys. So I went to the two stores that are left in Omaha, basically downtown in the market, Homer's, and I went to Drastic, and show you what I found. Oh, I didn't even spend $100. I spent $95, and I found something I was looking for. It's not quite a grail, but I've really been wanting this for my collection forever. When Jonas Sublime Media found his last year, I was so jealous. Jack Bruce, Things We Like. It's still in the shrink. Look at that original price, $3.49. I remember those days, guys. And you know what's funny is, that's the way money is. When records cost this much, that was a lot of money to me, $3.59. Half the time I couldn't afford. I couldn't even afford that. So I found this today. Great shape, still in the shrink. Really important record in Jack Bruce's discography with John Heisman, John McLaughlin, Dick Hextall Smith. Chuffed. This was the first thing I found. I only bought one new album. Everything else is used. I'll show the used first and I'll show the new. Another one I found at a nice price. $6.99. I was needing this. XTC, Skylarking. I love XTC, and sometimes I forget exactly what I have, but this is in pretty decent shape. $6.99. US pressing. In the background I have listening to Angela Jagger and David Cunningham. Another band that I love, used to have this album, sold it, I don't know what happened, but West Bruce and Lang, Whatever Turns You On. I love Leslie West and Jack Bruce, both big influences on the way that I play. Jack Bruce was my original bass inspiration to play the bass at all. Jack Bruce. So finding this today for, oh man, it's in perfect condition. Sometimes that's what's fun about having off-the-wall taste, is that you find these records and people can't even be bothered to play the damn thing. So I get them in perfect condition. West Bruce and Lang. They had this marked down several times, so I went ahead and got one. I may get some more. The Capitol Vaults reissues of Radiohead singles on 12-inch. So I picked up my Iron Lung. It's marked down. I've been waiting, you know. So they originally had these for $13.98 when they first came out, which I said, that's just too much for me, you know, even though I make records, you know. Then it was marked down to $9.99. Just got it for $6.99. That I can afford. Believe me, folks, as an artist trying to make a living, I understand both sides of the coin. That's why last year I really tried to keep my prices down. It doesn't work, you know what I'm saying? I had to raise the prices so I could keep doing this. So I got my Iron Lung. It's just always, these things are always on my mind, people. That's why I'm always talking, blah, 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 blah. It's, you know. Took a chance on this because it was marked way down. And it's probably old. But it was something electronic. German. Out of Berlin. Dave Ellesmere, Angry Young Computer. This has probably been in the store for maybe 15, 20 years, possibly, you know. Finally marked down to $4.99. I said, okay, I'll get that. I'll bet this will be at least one good listen. Okay. Then I went over to Drastic Plastic, and it was nice because the owner was in, Mike Howard. He and I are friends, although I don't see him much, so it's good to see him and kind of stop and talk for a minute. Greg from the band Little Brazil was in, so we got to talk too. But shit, I talked to Justin from Midwest Dilemma. He's working there now. Another good musician from Omaha. But I found some good records. This was great for $7.98. Chris Spedding solo album with the old gem sticker. I used to hate those and try my best to get them off. Now it's a badge of kind of a badge of courage on rack. Now this will likely not really be, I don't know. No, I shouldn't. Yeah, I'll say it. I know that Chris's style is probably not going to really be what I'm playing a lot, but it's like, yeah, this goes in the collection. RAK. Looks like it's been sitting forever. Probably never played ever. So about this, Chris Spedding, is there a title? No, just Chris Spedding. As you know, he's done great work with everyone from, you name it, Kevin Ayers to Roxy Music to you name it. Also, I found I was happy to find these. Bill Nelson, Northern Dream. This is a reissue. This is Bill Nelson of Bebop Deluxe's first solo album, which he privately pressed. This is a reissue from, it looks like, oh, I recognize that. Arnakata, it says, but I recognize there's a logo, I recognize it. Don't remember what this sounds like, but this is one that I've been needing for my Bill Nelson collection. Years ago, when Bill Nelson was kind of hot, this record went for big money. I would imagine that an original copy of this still goes for a good amount. Vineyard Productions. So this was a good find. Bill Nelson, Northern Dream. Two more. Well, three more. Real happy with what I found today. Found this today used at Drastic. Robert Wyatt, Nothing Can Stop Us. Heck yes, it has his version of At Last I Am Free, which is just excellent. This is it's like a gathering of singles that he made for the Rough Trade label. And this is a reissue by Domino on 180 gram vinyl. Real pleased to get this for $9.98. Looks practically new. Robert Wyatt is an institution of British music. I declare him such. I'm sure those that know would agree. And this was a pleasant find. I didn't even know that this existed. A single from Tony Banks's album, This Is Love. A UK 12-inch charm. I had never seen this before, and this was used, so it was like $5 for my Genesis collection. Yeah, it's few and far between when I get new stuff for my Genesis collection. That was real nice. And then the only brand new record I bought today was Brian Eno's Lux. I am a definite fan of Eno, including just his aesthetic. His approach alone interests me. His visual aesthetic as well as his audio, I vibe with so well. But what I'm happy to say is this. You folks that get my Sonospheres, I know that people compliment me by saying they hear, they say Eno, as a reference point. I'm not copying Eno, and I'm just real happy about that. And you folks, when you get the record and listen to it, intimately, you'll see I'm not copying Eno at all. However, I want to share this. Sonospheres 2, I've got the tracks all lined up, getting the artwork together. and it's a better. I'm telling you, it's a better program of music than Sonospheres 1. 2 of the tracks on the upcoming Sonospheres were created just using these Buddha boxes, which Eno had something to do with. So 2 tracks on there, and it's all cool. They want you to be creative with these, but there's 2 tracks on my next Sonospheres where I'm using these. And those tracks, one of them definitely has an Eno. You'll hear it because I'm basically using Eno raw material for the tracks. Just wanted to share my first vinyl purchases of the year.